All right. All right, everybody. Hopefully you can hear us. Yeah, you can. Excellent. So, welcome back to another episode of WindRiders of Aria. I am Will, or the Halfling Wizard, um, and we are coming to you with another high flying, adrenaline junkie episode as we find out what the heck is going on when we heard what we heard at the end of last session. So before we get into all that, we're going to go from one side to the other and let everybody kind of introduce themselves, tell us who they are, who they play, and let's see, what's the question for tonight? Maybe tell us where you were or where you are when you heard the explosion, the second explosion. So we're going to start with A.
Hey y'all, I'm Kel, also known as Celtic Wyvern King, playing A, the main troublemaker of the cast, it seems so far. At least as far as some are concerned. And A is currently on his way to the brig.
Yes, he is. So on his way to the brig, he did not make it to the brig, so that's always a good thing. He was almost there when the ship rocked and the explosion occurred. So I guess we're going to see what A's up to when we get to him. All right, Gaff.
Hi, everybody. I am Old Worm Slayer, and I will be playing Gath Alfredi. And the main reason why Aid is going to the brig is he didn't bother to communicate with the chain of command to see about being able to leave. Anyways,
True.
Explosion occurred.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, you were probably very close to the bridge when it happened. So, all right. Excellent. So let's see. Goose. Or soot, rather. As I ask you as you put food in your mouth.
I'm always putting food in my mouth. That's the problem. Hey, everybody. I'm Goose. I'm playing Soot, our resident small person. And if I remember correctly, Soot was in engineering, and he had just yelled out that he was going to start working on the leg.
Yes.
Yep, and you were also telling everyone that I pissed myself, even though you pissed yourself too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And A definitely pissed his pants.
It was deflecting from himself.
Yeah, because I think we took the equivalent of like a taser gun worth of electricity from our little booby trap.
Oh yeah. Oh, it released all of your urine.
Yeah, like R2D2 level taser.
Yeah. Yeah, it was painful.
And I'm still wearing my dirty pee pants.
That is true. He has not changed clothes. Because, ew. All right, Kedek.
Hello, everybody. I'm Riku. I am playing the Pantori Kedek, also Captain Kedek, who is currently still in medbay, waiting patiently or impatiently for his new leg so that he can take control and fix whatever the living hell is happening. And also, it feels good to be back. I'm sorry I've been in and out with various sicknesses, but it's good to be back. Or is it good to be back? I don't know at this point.
Little PTSD never hurt anybody. And I'm just kidding for anyone who has that, unfortunately.
Yes. Indeed. All right. Katarina.
Hey, I'm Lisa, D&D Winterwolf on TikTok and Discord. I play Katarina Zephyrian. the beleaguered security chief. And I was on the bridge when the explosion occurred, where I have been for 2 days because Commander Nimitz has me scared to leave.
On the bridge, not bridge adjacent. On the bridge.
On the bridge.
All right. Once again, I am Will, or Halfling Wizard, the Chaos Facilitator for this awesome group. A couple of housekeeping things. One is we are, for the month of October, we are raising money for the U.S. Hurricane Relief Fund. So if you feel the need or something moves you to donate, please do, because all that goes to them to help families that were affected by not just Helene and Milton, but many other hurricanes that are going to be dipping their toes into the water of the U.S. over this season. So please give if you can. That would be fantastic. You can also join our Patreon. We've got a Patreon, and you'll be able to find all of these links in the on the main Twitch channel page. But you can go to our Patreon, our Discord. We have a YouTube. Please go over to our YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube as well.
That's it.
Follow us here on Twitch. We love new people, and we don't poke sticks at people. Well, maybe a little bit, but we love new people. Yes, join us. One of us. Yep. So come and be a part of a pretty cool group of people. You can join our Discord if you've ever wanted to be a DM or wanted to play in like just a one-shot, short shot. You don't have time for a long campaign. Well, come over and join us over in the Halfling Wizard Discord, where we have one-shots, short shots that go on. We have people that are wanting to run them. Or if you want to run one yourself, please come over and give me a shout, and we'll see if we can't set something up for you.
Especially that crossover me and you were planning.
Yes, I was about to Kel here and we are working on a crossover between his Stargate campaign, which is on every other Friday, and my Orleo Origins campaign, which is on the opposite Monday of WindRiders. So we've got some pretty cool, fun stuff planned for that. So can't wait for doing that. That's going to be super fun. All right, well, let's get on into it, shall we? And let's talk about where we were when we last left. We went over to, we didn't go over there, but there was a loud explosion. The ship was rocked. Immediately, most people thought perhaps another explosion happened on the ship. It wasn't as much of a shudder as the first explosion was, but it still shook the ship a little bit. Katerina was on the bridge. She would have had first eyes on it. When looking out the observation, she would have noticed that a gigantic black pillar of black smoke rising from the commandant's building in the outpost, which is where Commandant Talia, where her office is. Also, before all this, Gath sent A to the bridge for his lack of communication skills. So
Brig, not bridge.
Brig, sorry. The brig, it's a B word, whatever. So A was on his way to the brig. Didn't quite make it when the explosion happened. We'll get to that and see what happens there. Soot, he was down in the engine room, as he was saying, getting ready to work on Kedek's new leg when the explosion rocked the ship. Gath was on his way back to the bridge when the explosion happened. And of course, Captain Kedek was in the med bay, in bed, convalescing when the explosion occurred. So we're going to start at the top and work our way down. So let's start at the bridge. So,
Okay.
What you doing?
First thing I'm going to do is initiate an orange protocol, which means external threat detected.
Okay.
Triggers defensive measures when an unidentified or hostile entity approaches the airship. Security and tactical teams prepare for potential boarding or attack. Non-combat personnel are directed to safe areas and weapon systems are prepped. Until we know exactly, determine that the ship is not under threat, we're taking all precautions.
Okay. And so the orange alert or orange protocol alarms will sound throughout the ship. Um, as all of you are kind of going to your places, you will hear these alarms going. Key personnel will take their stations. Non-essential personnel will basically go to their quarters and sort of stay out of the way. Engineering at that point, engineering would lock down. The weapons bays would lock down and weapons would stand at the ready. All of the vehicle bays would lock down. The bridge would eventually lock down. Yeah. So basically, the ship is locking itself down. Countermeasures are basically in place at this point. Yeah. So, all right. So you've done an orange protocol, and basically, yeah, it sounded general quarters. And so people are doing the job; they're going to it. So, all right, is that all you're going to do for now?
I'm going to go bridge adjacent and step out onto the observation deck to see what I can see.
Okay, you can roll me an intelligence check and let's see what you see.
Let's see. I don't have that option yet. Do we have to be in a different screen?
Yeah, all our characters are shown in a different area.
They're going to have to get us to the WindRider. I'm working on it.
Okay.
Okay, you should be there now.
Working on it. No, that's not it.
Remember, you have to go under NPCs, click on your character, and hit play to actually get their actions.
Yeah, working on it. Remember, I have a lag. Play.
No, all good. Just reminding.
I appreciate it. Because with me,
you never know. Oh yeah, no, you're good. It's just with all the workaround we've had to do for Surge on Alchemy, because hopefully we can actually get this added to Alchemy.
Yes, that would be very nice.
Okay, I have actions, equipment, and trackers. Oh, I got to go to my level. Okay, hang on. I'm getting there.
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay.
One, so roll level 1. Okay.
I don't know about you, but I'm getting all funned out.
Uh-oh.
Don't tell me. We're about to go over a huge waterfall.
Oh, yep.
Sharp rocks at the bottom?
Most likely.
Bring it on.
Why did that not surge?
You want me to roll it again?
No. I mean, you can roll another d6 and just.
I'll take a look. I'll take a look at the action real quick while I'm waiting for my.
But you can just roll a d6 and add it to it.
Okay.
Okay. So an 11. Okay. So as you walk out onto the observation deck, immediate when you open the doors out to the deck, and the acrid smell of like chemical fire hits you as the wind is carrying the smoke towards this part of the island. It's not quite enveloping you, but it's in the air. You can smell it. It does smell very chemically. What you can see from where you are is you can see lots and lots and lots of smoke and some fires. And you can hear people just in chaos outside of the landing bay. Like not around the ship. If you look when you're looking around the ship, there's no one around the ship.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so at this point, Gath, you will have reached the bridge and been able to input your command code, which would unlock the door to the bridge.
What happened?
It wasn't us. There was an explosion, it looks like, at the Commandant's office. And I'll point out to the observation deck so he can see.
Okay. I mean, it's
I'll
very
go
obvious
take a look.
where it's coming from.
I immediately go to the communicator and call down to engineering.
Okay. So
Call Soot.
Yep. So the communicator would buzz on the wall, and you would see that the light that's on it. It's a direct from the bridge.
And there's like, is there any damage to like the engine room or anything like that?
No,
Like,
there's no damage to the engine room. It was just everyone just sort of tousled a little bit, but nothing. It wasn't. It's not. It wasn't the explosion. The wave from the explosion wasn't powerful enough to do any damage. Just maybe a couple of bruises, but nothing other than that. Equipment is good.
Okay.
And
then,
stable.
So then Soot will walk over to the thing. This is Soot speaking. Who's calling?
This
Switchboard.
is Commander Gath. We have a situation that I think you and General Gustav will want to come to the bridge for.
I'll see if he's sober.
That explosion was the Commandant's building.
Again? Didn't it already blow up once?
No.
Oh,
nope. This is the first time. Well, it's the first time since you guys have been here.
Fair enough. We'll be right up. And I'll just go over to my quarters and see if Gustav is sober.
Well, let me check and see. Why, yes, he is.
Nice.
So he is in his quarters, or y'all's quarters at this point, and he is having a rather nice breakfast. Ah, Soot, my friend, come, have some breakfast. This is delicious. He's like, pecking at a bowl of stuff.
I'm gonna walk over and take a peek at what he's having.
Yeah.
Now just kind of scoop a little bit out and take a bite.
Okay. It's actually not bad. It's not necessarily like bird seed, but it's sort of like a version of like oatmeal, but not as wet, with some fruit and nuts mixed in.
So just kind of like a chunky paste.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, fair. So I guess we're needed at the bridge. This is one time that I guess it's a good thing that you're sober.
Am I though? I do not know if I'm sober or not. I am awake.
That'll do.
Very well. And he just sort of like pecks at his bowl a little bit more, and then he takes a napkin and dabs the corner of his beak. And then he's like, first let me refresh myself, and then I will come with you to the bridge. And he kind of like waddles into the bathroom area. And you just hear him sort of, it's like a lot of noise going on inside. Just like he's digging through something. And so about 5 minutes have passed at this point. And the noise is still going.
The whole time he's been going so far, Soot is just kind of picking at what's left in the bowl. Just kind of snacking on it while he's waiting.
So after a good 10 minutes or so, the door comes open, flies open. Gustav comes kind of waddling out, sort of like very proud of himself, as he has put on full diplomatic regalia. And I mean, he's got his medals across his chest and this like sort of sash that has the coat of arms of Gusen Ganderheim. Sorry. And I mean, he's like full diplomatic regalia. He's like, I'm ready, my friend.
Gustav, my friend, you look beautiful.
Ah, you are too kind, my friend. Right, let us go and be important people now.
Let's go. I'm going to hop on his back.
Okay. And he'll waddle out the door and head to the bridge. A? Let's go to A next, shall we?
Let's.
So, A, you are on your way to the brig. You're probably about a level above the brig.
Mm-hmm.
And the ship rocks. You hear the explosion. The two armed, not armed, but the two gentlemen cadets that are with you, that are taking you, escorting you, they sort of stop and look around.
Were they cadets or?
No, they're officers, but.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I was like, oh, dang.
Like junior grade officers. They're not that, high on the hall.
Yeah. Okay, I got you now.
And then just sort of like looking around, like trying to figure out what that was. So what are you doing? What is this? What is A? Son of a gun that he is. What is he gonna do here?
Oh, this is definitely going to backfire, but oh well, this is definitely an all hands on deck type deal. I'm going to go like, sorry on it, and essentially attempt to knock both of them out.
Oh, you're going to knock them out?
Yeah.
Oh my god, okay.
Actually, wait, don't want to do that? Hold on.
I'm literally like, you outrank them.
Yeah. Well, he also got sent to the brig, so they may not care about rank. So I'm not going to knock him out. I'm actually going to do it a different way. This will probably be more in line with A. Knocking out would be more like the last resort type deal.
Fair enough.
So, see,
However, before you do anything, hold on.
Yes.
Before you do it, Roll me an intelligence check.
Yeah. Was that a 3 for me? No, 2. Three.
Okay, so you have no idea. Never mind. Continue now.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, I'm going to assume at this point that they're probably a little freaked out because now the second explosion in less than 24 hours.
Oh, yeah. You can definitely tell they are.
So I'm going to turn to them, going like, so I'm going to be like, so you guys have 2 options you can do right now. You either 1, take me to the break like you were told, or 2, I can't remember. Did they cuff me or no?
No, you're not cuffed.
Okay. I couldn't remember if they did that or not last time. Or B, you let me go back and actually do my job and help out in engineering because they're probably going to need it right now.
Okay. Okay, so these 2 young officers,
Yeah,
are looking at each other. They're looking at you, and they are conflicted on what to do. They heard the Orange Protocol alarms go.
Yep.
So they know technically they have to get to their stations.
Yep.
And technically, you kind of do too. However,
but technically, I was supposed to go to Briggs. I'm technically exempt on that part.
the one is like, he looks at the other guy and he's like, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. If you'll come with me, sir. And he basically indicates A to come with him.
Okay.
And he calls the other guy to go with him. So he escorts you down the hall to the med bay. Goes into the med bay.
Yep.
And the young lieutenant asks the captain, or not the captain, but the chief medical officer, if the captain is awake and available. And he says, yes, he is. So the lieutenant comes to the captain and says, sir, myself and my fellow officer, were ordered to escort A to you're Lieutenant Commander, right? Yeah, Lieutenant Commander A to the brig.
Yeah.
On by order of Gath, Acting Captain Gath. However, we just shifted into an Orange Protocol, and so I am conflicted on my orders in such a situation, and I would like if you are able to give us some clarification.
So, in whatever haze he's in right now, from drugs and or whatever, he shoots a look at A of like, just, dude, what the fuck? And he just goes, everybody to their stations. That includes A. We'll handle this later. I'm gonna have a talk with you to find out what the hell just happened.
Fine.
Okay.
Just know that what I was doing would have gotten you out of that bed faster, minus the explosion we're dealing with now, which is not my fault.
Oh,
which is not my fault.
I mean, considering
I was waiting for it.
I don't want to talk about it right now. Just go.
I mean, I had to add that caveat because I realized the way I would phrase that made it sound like the explosion was my fault. I was like, hold up.
So funny. This is
my
explosion.
Go.
But it might have been.
This was not my fault. Okay.
I'm just saying, it's not like the sub where even that was definitely A's idea to blow up, and Adder was able to help implement it. Okay. Yeah, but A was just going to start running back to engineering.
Okay, and the 2 junior officers, they will go to their security, so they're on their way to their security stations. So, okay, so A, you're on your way back to engineering.
Yep.
At which point
He's
you will pass Gustav and Soot eventually. Like, so we're gonna go ahead and hit that first until and then I'll get to Carrick in a minute. So you're running down the hall and you're running one way, Soot and Gustav are waddling up the other. So you guys come in contact with each other.
Yeah, I imagine I'm like trying not trip on him and end up falling over on that. And I'll just turn. Alex says, like, "Where the hell are you going?"
This doesn't look like jail.
I was like, "Yeah, I got out early on good behavior." Now again, where's he?
He's literally just gonna look at him and laugh.
Oh, that's why he said it. He knows you would call bullshit.
Good behavior.
Good behavior. Good behavior.
Who'd you hit?
Who'd you hit?
It did not get to that point. You're avoiding my question, though.
What was the question?
Where are you going? Because
Me and the gentleman Goose here, we're headed to the bridge.
why are you going to the bridge? We should be going the other way.
Gaff said that he needed our expertise.
Oh, God's help us. All right. And he's just going to get up and just start running again.
Okay. Cool.
Don't start on the leg without me.
No promises.
Okay, so you guys continue your way to the bridge. So, Carrick, you're in the med bay.
Probably having a long sigh after what just.
Yes.
Just he's just talking. I think with the medical officer there, he's just looking at him like. Actually, pretty much that. No words. Just like, what did I sign up for?
Well, what we all signed up for, I suppose. At that point, the door will open, and in walks Commander Nemitz. He marches right in. The doctor's like, "Oh, Commander," and he literally pushes the doctor out of the way. And he goes, "Shush." And he goes to the captain, and he says, "Captain,
Nemitz,
I think it's time for you to get up out of that bed and take control of your ship."
I'm starting to think that too. Do we have a way to get me out of bed?
And he tosses you something. And you'll catch it. I mean, if you.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna actually try to like good hand catch it.
He's gonna 2-hand throw it at you. He's not throwing it; he's tossing it to you. And what he tosses you is a cane. He's like, "That's how you get it." Now get out of the bed. Put your big boy pants on, one leg at least. Hey.
I'm about to smack you upside the head with this
And
cane.
he's like, "Look," and he looks at you and he goes, "Look here. I understand. Trust me. I understand. But as a senior officer on this ship, you have a duty to not just yourself, but your crew and your vessel. You are, trust me, a lot of others have lost a lot more than you and I have. And we cannot afford to sit around. We have a serious situation." And then he will go into, he'll tell you that the repairs to the armory or the armored side of the ship are complete. They are finished enough to get us where we need to go. We don't need to fix the hole where the conference room is because does not impede us from flying. He's like, we need to get up, get on the bridge, and get this ship the hell out of here. Only you can do that. This crew needs you, and they need only you to get them out of this mess.
You understand that.
Somebody's in a
Trust
hurry
me.
to be relieved of his duties.
And then the chief medical officer is just going to come over, sort of timidly. It's like he's like, so okay. He's like, yes, we can. We can get you a temporary prosthesis that will give you some support until you're until A and Soot build this whatever contraption they're going to build. But
I
this will give
think
you the stability that you need.
Kedek in his mind goes just thinking with his current whatever adrenaline rush is going on right now between all the events that just happened within the past 5 minutes. It's like I think I'll be fine with just a cane.
Good man.
And yep. And I'm like, just make sure I'm patched up to get out of this bed, and I'll be up to the bridge as soon as puntually possible.
When you were like, by the time you were like, the cane will be fine, Nimitz has already left.
Oh, fine.
He just turned and left. He's like,
okay,
out. The doctor. Go ahead.
No, so instead I'll just turn to the doctor. And I'm like, I guess there's no more waiting. Let's get me out of here.
Okay. And the doctor will come over, and the nurse will too, and they'll start to get you set up to where you can use the cane, get you balanced,
Mm-hmm.
So you got to, make sure, they're not going to let you go immediately. They're going to you're going to have to walk it out a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But while you are basically in physical therapy for the next 10 minutes, the medical officer sort of reveals some information to you about the commander. And he'll tell you, he's like, I know the man can be harsh, but 20 years ago, he died. And he was shot in the heart. He has an artificial heart. So I'm just so he's coming from a place of experience. I know, like I said, I know he can be harsh almost. I mean, one might even say he's kind of a dick. But when you've rose through the ranks like he did, all the way up to ship captain, and then on his third voyage out, he lost half of his crew because of a pirate attack, and he lost his own life in that attack. And they brought him back. He has the artificial heart. And the key thing in there is that what you heard in that whole conversation was that he was a ship captain.
Mm-hmm.
But and the doctor goes on to tell you, he's like, I've served with him for about 15 years now, and he is actually the rank of captain. He actually has he's a fleet captain actually, but he goes by commander because he doesn't want to be he is not the leader. He's like, I'm not a leader. I will do what the leader wants me to do, and I will get it done. That's his whole mentality. So the doctor is just like, he's just unloading all this on you. So just so you could kind of understand, where some of your crew is coming from. He's like, he's a good man. He knows what he's doing. If you just let him do what he's supposed to do, he will never, ever, ever fail you.
I appreciate that. I mean, even sometimes at these times, we gotta remember that you can't just judge people like a cover. I would have never known that, honestly. And I don't think much of the crew, especially the newer crew, knows.
Well, that's sort of between you and me, if you don't mind, Captain One, because I think he would kill me if he found out I told you. Like literally, I would be
Yeah.
found dead. I would be found dead.
Fair.
That's like,
That's fair. That is fair.
so, but just so you have some insight to what he's got going on. Or
I
he's
appreciate
been
it.
through a lot. He's been through 3 wars. I mean, he's lost a lot of people. I mean, he's a very seasoned officer, and he just sees the idea of self-pity or that sort of thing gets people killed. Sometimes we just have to pull ourselves up from by our bootstraps and put our big boy face on and do our job. We can cry about it later. Basically.
I completely understand that.
Yeah.
It's admittedly been hard. Like he's still at this point with whatever gown and stuff that's on, he still hasn't actually looked at what is now the stump. Because it's not just the loss of a limb that's going through his mind and how he almost got killed. If through everything in his life you've seen him be a very acrobatic person. It's part of his personality. It's part of him. And it really does feel like a part of him was torn away. God damn it, Squall. This is why you shouldn't look at chat while I'm playing. God dang it. But
that was pretty
but
funny,
like it is one of those moments where the adrenaline is just pumping in him to get things done and get his crew safe and out of here, that he's like, fuck the leg. Like legitimately, with every little thing that has been piling up while he was just sitting in this bed, he's ready to. And I think Nemitz was that last push he needed.
Yep.
So once he's cleared by the doctor, he's ready to go.
Okay. The doctor will basically he'll like you have a clean bill. You're ready.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I don't have to be down here this long ever again. I appreciate all you've done and all you will do on this journey.
That's my job.
But I got a ship to command.
Indeed.
And he's going to turn around and he is going to, as quick as he can with one leg and a cane, speed his way through the hallways up the bridge. Like you're going to see him like as well as he can with the same spirit he had with 2 legs.
So roll me a dexterity, and this is not for like falling or anything like that. This is just to see how well you do.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, there won't be any falling in this. This is literally just how well you do with the one leg and a cane. Just put your best foot forward. 6, yeah. So you with your Carrick with his determination and his newfound sense of command, he literally like puts on his uniform. The nurse will pin the leg up, the pant leg up, and make it look nice. And then you walk out of the med bay pretty easily, as if you've been walking on a cane your whole life. You're able to get down the the corridors pretty easily. As you are walking down the corridors back to the bridge, crew members will stop and they'll go to the side and they will salute you. And then you'll hear messages like, "It's good to have you back, Captain. It's good to have you back. Good to have you back."
God damn it.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Will.
You're welcome. And they'll say, I mean, it's very much like you can feel the crew has been longing for your return, and that they truly care for you and they're here for you, and that's what they say. That's all the way down the hall. As you pass a crewman, they say, "It's good to have you back, Captain," and we're here for you. If we're here for when you need us. Where you go, we go. You'll hear some of them like, I'll walk to the fires of hell with you. I mean, they are on your side. So and this energy just sort of pumps you up. And so Gath and Katerina, and so we'll get to
The
before we
left
get
side
to
or the
that,
right side?
Wait, what? I missed that. I don't know. Okay. So Soot,
The left side or the right side?
Left side or right side of what? I missed the joke. Sorry, guys.
You said they're on Carrick's side.
Hmm.
You said they're on Carrick's side. The left side or the right side?
On the right side, because they're going to be his
Fair
support. They will be his legs for him. So Soot, you and Gustav arrive at the bridge. So the door opens, and Katerina and Gath will both see the door open, but you won't see anyone until they get around the console there. You might see the top of Soot's head kind of behind the console a little bit. But eventually they come around and you see Soot riding Gustav onto the bridge. Gustav is in full diplomatic regalia. And he's like, "Aha! The ambassador for Ganderheim is here for whatever you need, my friends."
I tried to convince him that he didn't need all this, but
we're on deck and snap.
Sorry, Gath, what was that?
Gath will immediately say "General on deck" and step to his attention and salute Gustav.
Oh, no need to salute, my friend. We are all friends here on this bridge of ship. What may Gustav do for you today?
Yes. It's more like what I can do for you. The commandant's building just got blown up.
Ooh. This would be more for my friend here, Soot.
And I will point them in the direction of the bridge where they can see the smoke.
Okay. So the observation area.
We do not know if we do not know if she's alive or dead or not. I just wanted to bring it to your attention because, well, after all, you're close to her.
Commander Gath.
Is an understatement.
Katerina, what were you saying?
I said Commander Gath.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Lieutenant Commander Katerina.
If you would like, I could fly up and do a little reconnaissance and see if I can see anything more than we can see from here.
In other words, please do.
Okay. So please do.
Just stay safe.
Stay safe. Okay.
I'm sorry. What?
And just in case, go armed.
He said, "Go ahead."
Okay.
Please
Go
do,
armed.
but
He said,
please go armed.
"Yeah, be armed."
However, yes, whatever is going on out there, I strongly advise against getting involved in whatever civil war is happening out there right now. And I will call another senior security person below me to the bridge.
Okay. There'll be somebody stationed outside the bridge that would probably be the right rank.
And I will tell him what I'm doing and say, man the bridge.
Okay. And she will take your place.
Meanwhile, while this is going on, Gath will do that transfer paperwork.
Oh, okay. For Adder.
Get it all taken care of.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, Soot.
Oh.
A package came for you. And I point it to the box.
Oh, yeah. The little box on the...
Yep.
For me?
I also would highly recommend letting Lieutenant Adder look it over before you try and open it, though, just to be safe.
Yeah. It's a pretty good sized box compared to Soot. I mean, it's like a large present. I mean, it really is. It's sort of a nice box with like a ribbon on it, and it's addressed to Soot.
So it's gonna be like, Katerina, before you jump out the window or whatever you're gonna do. This whole Civil War thing, we might want to go through those letters before you make a hasty decision.
Okay.
Well, let's just see what's happening right now, and then
Good call.
once we have a little more information, we'll know what to do or not to do.
Cool.
And I will go out to the observation deck and fly up from there.
All right, cool. So you're going to fly out. You see her fly out. Okay, so Soot, what are you up to?
Naturally, I'm going to pick up the box and shake it.
Yeah, there's something in it. It's like... It's pretty heavy, too. It's a pretty heavy box, too.
He's going to look around. Who all's on the bridge right now?
Gath is there. Lieutenant Adder's there. The communications officer, and the navigator's there.
He's going to kind of look around for a second.
And Gustav.
And Gustav, yes.
And he's going to make eye contact with Gustav. And then he's going to open the box.
Oh my god.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So
I would expect nothing less.
Exactly. So as you're like, ooh, pretty bow, unwrapping the bow.
He's going to try and do it as carefully as he can, though, just in case.
Okay, roll a dexterity for me. Let's see how careful he is.
Meanwhile, Gath will also, once the paperwork's done, give Gustav the update on what's happened in the last 24 hours in case he doesn't remember.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work. Get him up to speed. Okay. Yeah, you're able to get the bow undone gently, get the sort of the hooks that are keeping the lid in place, kind of unlatch them, and then you lift the lid off, and there's what looks like a velvet bag inside. Sort of this really beautiful sort of crimson color.
He's gonna pick it up and smell it. Does it smell like Thalia?
No, it does not smell like Thalia.
He's gonna be slightly disappointed.
That's fair. So,
open the bag.
All right. When you open the bag, inside the bag, you find the severed head of the gentleman that the people told you they were going to go and get for you.
Oh shit, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, I know you did. And there's a note
Oh
attached.
my god!
And there's a
We
note
are-
attached to its ear saying, "You're welcome from a friend."
We're acquiring a body count.
You are now free to say Bob again.
Bill.
Or Bill.
Bill.
Bill, yeah.
Bill.
Yeah, Bill. So,
I'm gonna look over at Gath, who has absolutely no clue what any of this is gonna mean. He's like, "Hey guys, it's okay. We can say Bill again."
everyone on the bridge is just looking at you like, "What?"
What?
Okay.
Well, there was this guy. His name was Bill. He hated it when people said his name, and they just kind of ended up dead. I'm not gonna go into details about how I know, but just know that we're safe.
Also,
Okay.
when you look at the
I'm guessing
head,
it pertains to the gift.
the head has basically been like mummified. So it's literally like a trophy.
Oh my goodness.
He's immediately gonna feel a little self-conscious that he sniffed the bag first.
That's fair. Not Talia. But yeah.
He's gonna put
Yeah.
it back in the bag and then
Okay.
kind of like tie it to his belt.
Nice. Nice. That's a pretty big bag hanging off the side of you.
It's the second one.
Fair enough.
I had to go there.
That's great. Okay, so let's go down to the engineering. Let's go to engineering. So, you've reached engineering.
Yep.
The crew is just doing their thing. You're in orange protocols, so they're making sure that all the reactors are safe, making sure that the power source is good. I mean, everything is literally, it's like a well-oiled machine down there.
Okay. If that's the case, because I want to make sure we're able to take off at a moment's notice, just on the off chance that we're told to, I want to go ahead and just double check everything to make sure we are good for takeoff.
Okay, yeah. So you can do intelligence check for me. Let's see what you see, and also or mechanical. I'll let you do, or you can do that. That's fine. I'll just do that.
I mean,
Yeah. Okay. Actually, just ignore that roll. Roll me a mechanical check.
Okay.
That's what I meant for you to do. So
Okay.
a 4. Okay, 4 is good. Yeah. So everything is in place. Now, you do know that the reactors are cold, so you've got to get those started up first.
Yep.
And
So I'm going to
that'll-
start doing
that'll
that in
take
order
a
that
while.
needs to be done.
So if you want to go ahead and start getting the reactors going, you can. Your crew down there knows the sequence in which it needs to be done. So. And that's just a standby. It's not the reactors won't be on at full. They'll just be on. Basically, you're lighting the pilot light.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause we never did turn it back on after putting the power core back in because we were waiting for my booby
Correct.
trap first.
Correct. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah,
you're
so
gonna
we'll
do.
Yeah, that, and then as soon as that's done, I want to go ahead and start building the leg on the work table in the middle of engineering.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can get your crew to do, the reactors.
Well, yeah. Oh, I know. If it was just me, it would take forever. So I was definitely going to be having them do it. I was just going to be supervising, and then once I see they're all up, then I'm building.
Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, they get to work, and they start basically lighting the pilot lights for all of the
Yeah.
reactors. Uh, Eventually, they get all of the reactors lit, um, and ready to go. So at a moment's notice, you could kickstart the engines and get the hell out of Dodge.
All right. And then the clarifying that I was starting building, I'm just getting the framework set up. I want to save all of like the more flexible pieces to Soot because he can actually get his hands in there.
Okay.
But I'm at least getting like the heavy lifting of it done.
Okay. Absolutely.
Because Soot's definitely have to do the more finer details.
Okay. All right, cool. So we'll leave you to working on the leg and getting the reactors where they need to be.
Yep.
You are now standing outside the bridge. The door in front of you, you open up and you could walk out. You'll walk onto the bridge whenever you're ready.
Without hesitation, Kedek walks right onto the bridge, goes over to his post.
Gath immediately starts applauding.
Yes, the whole
He
bridge
looks-
crew does.
I look at Gath and I'm just like, status report. How are we looking currently?
Well, the second explosion wasn't the ship. It was Commandant Thalia's office blowing up.
Well, at least
From
that's good for us.
what I understand of the speaking, Katerina is going to do a scouting run to get
Yeah, she's like,
give us an update on the commandant's well-being.
Okay.
And I'm not quite sure if the repairs have been done yet. I haven't received an update on that yet.
I am aware that they are
Confirm
done.
that? Okay, I was not aware.
Yep.
Due to the fact that he left without communicating with anybody during a security lockdown, I sent aid to the brig.
I understand that. Appreciate your concern, but I overrid that. I sent him back down to engineering with the protocol going on just to make sure that we can get out of here at a moment's notice. I will have a long talk with him
I
afterwards.
sent them there with the caveat that it would be overridden by you.
Yep. So I will be having a conversation with him later on what exactly got on. But for now, if we're in good shape, as soon as Katerina gets back, I want us up in the air and out of here.
Also, both Soot and Aid gathered some intel on two rival groups.
So this is a civil war.
By the sounds of it. But it wouldn't hurt to, like, at least get out of range of any immediate threats to the ship. And then go over the documents that they acquired for us, but because from what Sid told me, his documents say that this other group did it, and that same group gave aid documents that said the other group did it when it comes to stealing the core of our ship.
Understandable, and appreciate the work done on that. Thank you for letting me know. This is something that we could, but if we're currently not being involved in this war, I don't want us involved in it any longer. I do not want to lose any more people. I don't want any more damage. I don't want to be here longer than we need to be. We are fixed, and I am ready for us to get the hell out of here. And I'm going to turn to Soot to be like, Soot, I'm going to need you down in engineering to make sure. What is that? As I look down and see the package.
Oh, this? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
For some reason, you saying that makes me worry more. But that is not my concern at this moment. Can you head down to engineering, help Aya with getting us ready to get in the air once Katarina returns?
Yep. He's gonna hop off the table, walk towards him, get a couple feet from him, give him a salute, say, "Yes, sir, Captain Stumpy, sir," and then just walk through the door.
Stumpy, sir.
Too soon. Too soon.
Too soon.
I'm trying to decide if Katic is gonna do something.
Well, we know he's not gonna kick him.
In the
No,
infamous words of Palpatine, do it.
I'm not gonna kick him. What are you gonna do? Kick me?
Yeah. Before he turns around and I just pull cue him off the table with the cane.
Nice.
Like now I have a weapon. And he just as he like almost like pokes you with it and like holds it out at you, he gives you a kind of a smirk of like, yes, that is a good one, but
Just take a look at him. You've had enough sympathy. It's time to get back to work.
yes, and so do you. Get down there.
So at that point, the security officer that took Katarina's place goes, I beg your pardon, Captain, but the crew can only have one captain, and so at this point in time, you are not in charge. Yeah, that's because they're all like, who do we listen to? So if you got to officially basically take command again.
All right. If that's the protocol y'all are gonna go with, then Gath, I am taking back command of this ship as captain. You are relieved of your duties of such.
Okay. And then immediately they'll
Yes,
be
sir,
like,
Captain.
Yep.
Right, Captain.
And the crew is the same way. They're like, "What are your orders, Captain?"
Before I forget, Captain, Lieutenant Adder is being temporarily transferred to security personnel to install some new safety measures to prevent future situations like what happened in the conference room from happening again.
Good to know. That'll help a lot. Thank you. All right.
Okay. So, what are your orders, Captain?
All right. I need for security, make sure weapons are at the ready for when we take off. We don't want to catch any strays as we're getting out of here. All folks, to everyone to their stations to ensure we are ready to launch once Katarina returns, and we can get out of here. And Gustav,
Yes, my friend. I am here to help.
mind making me a drink?
Oh, yes, indeed. I will make you such a good drink.
I would appreciate it. I feel like I need it.
And he goes off to make you a drink.
And now, while we're just waiting for Katarina to return, I am just checking in with folks on the bridge, making sure that things are in order, folks are ready, and just in general waiting for Katarina to return.
So the communications officer will call down to the engineering section. So you'll hear you'll hear the intercom go off.
Go for engineering.
And you'll hear this is Lieutenant Bales calling from the bridge. The captain would like to make sure that engines are at the ready for a hasty takeoff if necessary.
Already beat him to the punch.
Excellent. Thank you. I'll let him know. And he'll whoop, off he'll go. Lieutenant Bells will look at Captain Keddick and go, engineering is at the ready, sir. At which point, engineering, when the last reactor comes online, the bridge will just come to life. It'll start to hum. All the instrumentation will light up. There suddenly all your people are at their stations. They are reporting green lights across the board. Navigation is a check. Communications is a check. Engines are at the ready. Weapons are at the ready. So on your order, we can lift off and leave.
Is Nemitz still on the bridge?
No, Nimitz is down in munitions. He's down in his office. He's actually on the weapons deck, making sure that everything is in order.
Gotcha. Okay. Just curious. I was gonna give him a look and just be like, "It feels good," but to himself, he's just gonna sit in his chair, looking at everything glow and everything come back, and just go, "Feels good to be back."
It's good to have you back, Captain. And then they go back to work. All right, Katarina, let's go to you, flying in the air. So you're flying up over. Where are you going? Like, where are you flying to?
Well, first I'm just going straight up to see what I can get just from a bird's eye view.
Okay, you can roll intelligence and let's see what you can see. Bird's eye view. A 7. Okay. From your current position, you can see that whatever the attack was, it was centrally sort of located near the commandant's building. There is, for going straight up, you can see that there are multiple fires in that area. You can hear the crowds are vocal. You haven't heard any weapons fire or anything, but you do hear a lot of loud shouting and angry voices.
Okay. I mean, can I see where the crowds of people are? Are they anywhere near the ship, our ship?
No, there's nothing near the ship.
Okay.
Like, nobody.
Okay.
Gates are closed. I mean, it's like the pad has been completely shut off. from the
Okay.
rest of the outpost,
So I'm
which
gonna do
must
like
have been a Talia thing. She must have done that before whatever's happened.
right. I'm gonna do a wide perimeter, like trying to stay in and out of the smoke, so not to be really visible.
Like, you're going to fly towards the.
I'm kind of doing a wide perimeter around the whole outpost.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you go around the whole outpost, that's around the island. I mean, you're not gonna be able to see anything from the other side of the island. So if
Okay.
you'll have to go around the commandant's
Okay,
area.
that's what
'Cause
I'll
it's
do.
the-
But I'm
yeah,
I'm
the
gonna
town.
try and stay in and out of the smoke, so I'm not real visible. But also so I don't asphyxiate myself. You know.
Oh yeah, because it is so you fly up into the smoke, and the smoke is a chemical fire. So this smoke is burning your lungs and your skin
Can I go
and
above
your
it?
wings. Yeah, you can go above it.
Okay. Whew.
So if you go up above, you'll see nothing except black smoke.
All right, let me go quickly dive down through it and come up just underneath it.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so when you come down and underneath, you can see a better view. You can see that the commandant's building that her office is in is sort of half collapsed and on fire. People have taken to the streets. Looks like there's a lot of looting happening, and it looks like there are warring factions fighting each other in the streets.
Oh Lord, not what we want to be involved in.
Not at all. I need you to do a dex roll, please.
Oh no. No. Hang on, let me get to my skills again. Back up. 3.
Boom. As you are flying down and kind of observing, you feel a sharp pain in your left shoulder.
Damn it.
As someone has fired a weapon at you and has hit you. It has gone through your left shoulder into your left wing.
Okay, abort.
You are now losing altitude at a very fast rate.
Oh shit. All right, I'm gonna turn back towards the WindRider and get as close to it as I can before I come to ground.
You can roll a dexterity for me. Roll dexterity again to see how, or actually roll survival for me.
Oh.
Whatever you're. No.
Come on.
Ooh, gross.
2. All right.
No.
Sorry, I just have a lag. I'm working on it.
You're fine. A 3. So you don't make it back to the WindRider. You drop just outside the perimeter. Luckily, there are no people there. There are no townspeople there. It's just completely deserted. You sort of fall down in between two buildings, sort of into like an alleyway. In sort of an alleyway.
Nimitz is gonna kill me. Okay. Am I within radio distance of the ship?
Yeah, you're within radio distance.
Lieutenant Commander Zephyrian to WindRider.
So roll a mechanical check for me.
I'm between the buildings, if it'll go through. Level 1, dang it.
A 1, dang it.
Well, I could do well on a 1. You could surge.
You
You
could.
never know.
Absolutely could.
Oh, roll.
And 4. Okay. So the radio works, so you didn't break the radio, but it's not quite connecting. It's more static. On the bridge of the WindRider, the Lieutenant Vale's communications officer will say, "Captain, I'm receiving a transmission. It seems to be on. It's on a WindRider frequency, but I can't quite make out what it is. I can't hear. It's more static than anything."
So I'm going to go on the assumption that maybe, as I'm going to start stealthily working my way back towards the ship, I'm
Okay.
going to think maybe they can hear me and I just can't hear them.
Okay.
So I'm going to send the message that I've taken fire. I'm now on the ground and working my way back to the ship, and I am due. What direction am I from the ship?
You are northeast of the ship.
And I am northeast of the ship and coming in, trying to come in.
Okay.
So I don't know if they can hear it or not, but
we're about to find out. Oh, I didn't. No. They can hear, but they can't quite make out the message. They can hear words. They can, however, make out that it is sort of. It sounds sort of like an emergency, like someone's in need of help. And then, go ahead.
Oh, I am. Upon hearing this, I feel like Kedek would assume that it could be most likely Katarina.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna essentially say get some folks out on observation deck, see if they can get visual on Katarina.
Okay.
She's within range. She's probably within range.
Okay. Aye, Captain. And 3 folks will go out onto the observation decks with binoculars and eyeglasses or spyglasses to see if they can find her. So as you're making,
Eric, I'd like, with your permission, Captain Carrick, I would like to lead a squad for a search and rescue.
Let us see if we get visual
I
first.
put her in that danger. I feel it's the right thing to do.
Understood, and definitely, but let's see if we get visual on her first, so we know, so we're not going into this blind.
So Katarina, you're working your way back stealthily. Roll guile for me to see how stealthy you are.
God dang it. Oops, come back. 2.
Yeah, you're not being very stealthy.
No, I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, I said a 2.
No, that was my skill. Yeah.
Gotcha. 5. Okay.
Hopefully it's better than a 2.
So 5. So yeah, you're able. You're staying pretty well, sort of out of eyesight of. But the thing is, the unusual thing about it, there are no people. You have seen no people down here at all. Like it's almost completely abandoned.
Maybe I should just hit the open way and run for it.
Yeah, that's possible.
Because I don't know how long I'm going to hold up before I pass out.
That's true. That is very true.
So,
okay. So are you going to head out to the open and go? Okay. I need you to do a strength check for me, please.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I knew we were ready to go. 2.
So as you're like you got your running shoes on now, and you're about to take out of here. As you go to run into the open area, you feel someone grab you from behind
Shit.
and pull you back.
Oh, I'm
And then
fighting.
you feel a hand go over your mouth. And you hear his voice say, "Shh. They can see you. Shh, 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 shh. They can hear you. Why are you here? Why
Is
did
his
you not
hand-
just stay on your ship?"
Does
As
he
you
still
turn
have
and
the-
look, as you turn to look to see who's got, because they release you, sort of release you,
Yeah.
and you see it's Commandant Talia.
We were trying to see if you were okay. I'm trying to get back to the ship.
I am fine. This happens
I'm
all the
glad.
time. This is nothing.
Really?
Yes. However, this is a little more than normal, but yes. But I can get you back to your ship.
I would appreciate it. I can't go much further.
Oh, she will then say, "Follow me." She'll kind of help you.
Yeah.
And she'll take you sort of through buildings into other buildings, and then you'll go down into like basements, and there's like passageways from underneath one building to across the street to another building. It's like a whole sort of spy network type of thing. And the whole way on your way, she's telling you about these two factions that have been brewing, and this is the first time that they've ever done something like this. Normally they try to kidnap, or they try to do this, they try to ransom, try to vie for power. This is the first time that they've ever resorted to this kind of violence. And this is like dangerous. That she's constantly is like, you need to get out of here.
I'm sure the ship is ready to go. We
Because she'll
just
say
had
the
to check.
minute
We just wanted
Yeah.
to check on you. You've helped us.
I appreciate that. And she'll say the minute one of them gains power, the next target is the WindRider.
For the technology, understood.
Yep. So eventually she will get you to the fence line. Now, once you get to the fence line, there are no more passages. This is a climb a fence
Okay.
and hop over. I mean, it's literally, she's like, that's the only way through, because she doesn't have a way to cut the fencing.
Yeah.
So
Come with us.
and what would I do in your perfect little world? This is my world. This is what I live in. This is the danger I live with every day.
Any last messages for Soot?
It's just I tell Soot that he knows where to find me when he wants to come for a visit.
I appreciate the help, and I'll start trying to climb this fence.
And she's gonna help you, pick you up. On the bridge of the WindRider, the officers on the observation deck will come in and go, "Captain, we have eyes on her."
Awesome. And I'll turn to Gath and be like, you get a crew out there and get her back up on the ship ASAP.
And he
and
goes,
I'll
"She's literally right at the fence line. Like,
go.
points, and she's like right there.
Open the gangplank.
Probably about
Yes.
she's
Open the
probably
gate.
about 200 yards from the ship.
Oh yeah, so I'm like open the main gates. Get her in here.
I'll still grab a weapon and go to the meter.
No. Okay. The security officer will hit the buttons and all that, and the outer doors will slide open. The gangplank will lower. So you're now kind of hobbling across this landing pad. Katerina, can you roll an intelligence check for me, please? Because you're about 50 yards. You're about 50 yards across at this point.
5.
Okay. So as you're kind of hobbling across this 200 yards, about 50 yards, 60 yards in, you hear like the angry mob voices turn to cheering.
I'm going to look back.
And when you look back, you see the outpost defenses come on and aim at the WindRider.
Oh, God.
So yeah, so that's what you see. You see them kind of slowly moving into place and kind of turning. And these are uh, uh, like harpoon guns. These aren't laser guns or anything. These are like harpoons. These are for like keeping you there if they get their hooks in you.
Uh-huh.
So you see them slowly turning towards the landing pad. So you're
I
just
still
like
have my
hobbling.
radio. I'm going to
Yes.
say aim weapons at the harpoon guns. Now.
Would I have reached the exterior by the time she says
Yeah,
this?
you're already at the door. You're like down there.
Yeah. So I radio up to the gun deck and go, the defenses are being aimed at the WindRider.
Okay. So so they call up to the bridge. The bridge tells Captain that Commander Gath says we should aim forward weapons at the apparently the outpost weapons. Look out! You all can see from the observation deck. You can see these gigantic, almost like harpoon guns, like slowly turning towards the WindRider. Your orders, Captain?
Aim and prepare for fire. Prepare to fire. Where is Katarina? Is she on the ship yet?
Is about 75 yards away from the ship.
Oh, come on.
Hobble,
And
hobble,
he just-
hobble.
He's just like he's like I don't know how much longer I can hold.
Gath will run out to meet her.
Okay.
And then we'll just firemen carry her onto his shoulder.
Okay.
Ow!
And run onto the ship.
Okay. So you run out. You guys meet about halfway. You grab her, throw her over your shoulder, and head back. Let me roll a dice real quick.
I'm sorry, I fucked this all up.
Okay. So you get back. You get to the gangplank. And as you hit the
I
gangplank,
immediately hit the button to close the gangplank.
the gangplank basically goes in, pulls the two of you into the ship. The outer door's closed. So you're in the ship. You got inside. What do you do?
Captain, I recommend you get us out of here right now.
As soon as I hear that she's on the ship, I just turn to everybody else and just goes, "Take off now."
The minute you give the word, they are on it. The engine room, you see that you get the signal to light the fires, basically.
As soon as A sees that comes on, he does it himself. He goes up and just pulls the switch.
Go ahead, Gath.
And Gath will radio, "Sir, I recommend we fire preemptively at those harpoons to slow them down.
So, Captain, the recommendation is to fire on the harpoon. That's that.
Make them think twice about
How close are they to being
They're very close.
completely? They're very close to being
Very
turned on us.
Probably you will not get in the air before one of them fires off.
Fire.
So when you give the fire command, you'll hear Nemitz's voice going, "Aye, aye, Captain. Forward plasma cannons armed and ready to fire. Firing, charging, and firing." I can do some rolls real quick.
That's gonna be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Perfect. So as this is the very first time you guys have ever seen one of these go off. So as the harpoon gets into place, you can hear it from a distance, like lock into place. All of a sudden, you actually feel it before you hear it. It's almost like static electricity in the air. It's almost like the air has a rhythm to it, and it's like it reverberates through your every molecule of your being, and you hear this sort of as this bolt of plasma shoots out from the front of the ship, completely disintegrating basically this thing. I mean, blows a massive, like, oh my god, it's like, oh crap, it's like that was an awful lot of destruction, and it like takes off the top of the mountain peak that it was sitting on, basically.
Good shot, Nemitz.
Captain, I recommend we get the hell out of here.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Okay, so you get the call. A flips the switch. You hear the reactors buzz. They come on in order, and the navigation is like full throttle. You'll feel the ship just go straight up. Dampen you feel that sort of in your stomach as from the observation you see the outpost get smaller and smaller and smaller until you go up above, right at the cloud line, and the navigation says coordinates, Captain.
Where were the?
You're heading to the Southern Isle.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to lay in the course. We'll suggest. You'll hear the reactors sort of. You can hear it kind of running through the conduit of the ship. The whole ship is a buzz. And the ship turns, and off it goes. And you leave the outpost far behind you.
Yes.
And you head south. You're back on track. You'll hear a call come in from Commander Nimitz. He's Captain. Just so you know, all repairs are holding at current speed. The repair crews are in the conference room, sort of putting up a temporary block on the hole, but it won't affect much. We are cleared for full speed if you like. However, do not have a cloak at the moment because of that big hole in the front. So as long as we stay close to the clouds, I think we'll be okay. So, what are your command?
Say again?
What is your orders?
Fly straight and true. Let's
While
get to...
everything's going on, Gath is taking Katerina to Med Bay.
Good.
Good to know.
Okay. All right. So, Eric, what are your orders?
Fly straight and true. Let's get to our destination. Keep your eyes open and your hands steady.
All right,
Not losing anybody else.
Yes, sir. Amendment will be so far back that will suggest that we remain weapons ready until we reach the destination.
I definitely agree with that. Now, where's that goose with my drink?
Well, he's been there this whole time, but he's been drinking your drink. He's like, oh, you do not seem to want it, so I drink it for you. But I will make you another here. And he goes off to make you another.
Thanks.
He's pretty liquored up again, by the way. He's been drinking more than he's been making. He's like, aha! I have negotiated perfectly with these people. Now we are on our way because of Gustav.
Yes. Yes.
Gustav is good ambassador. He is good diplomat.
I appreciate the work you've done, Gustav.
As he's laughing. Where is my friend Stuart? I must find Stuart. And he just leaves.
Can I have my drink first?
Oh yes, Captain, I have good drink. Thank you very much for drink. And he just leaves with your drink.
Now I feel like I need a shot.
So, so at that point, the bridge crew is just sort of like, okay, so all right, that happened. So Lieutenant Commander Zeresh, who is your chief science officer, he comes up to you and he goes, Captain. And he comes up to the captain's chair and he's like, and he taps on the left arm of it. And on the side, this little panel opens up on the side, and there's a nice little flask there for the captain.
I reach down for it and I take a look at him like
They go back to
I
the
like
station.
Yep. Like, I appreciate it. And I take a nice big swig, sit down in my chair and just
Excellent. So Soot has arrived in engineering, where A is at. So the dynamic duo are reunited.
Mm-hmm. And you guys see, like, well, out of curiosity, up until I went to go hit the switch for us to move, how far do you think I got on the framework of the leg? Because again, that's what I was mainly working on, was the framework, not like the internal stuff.
Let me.
Because I figured I'd get that. I was figuring I'd work on at least that much before Soot got there.
So I think you got about 70% of it done.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll see A work on the leg and seeing about the progress made so far.
So yeah, so you come in and you see that A has gotten about 70% of the infrastructure of it done. Sort of the outer casing, the internal work, the sort of internal sort of structure of it.
I thought you were going to wait for me.
I said no promises. Besides, all I did was the framework. I made sure to leave the good stuff for when you got here.
That's fair. So what's left? What are we doing?
Well, like I said, I got the framework, so we need to make sure. Actually, I need to pull the list of all the stuff that we got approved for the leg, so I can actually list off some of the things.
You have about 90% of the items that you fully need. Like that you want. The rest of it you can get.
That last piece getting delivered. Please tell me it got to the ship before we took off.
Let me roll and find out.
I just realized, like, wait, shit, we took off.
Yeah, we did. Let's see.
Roll high, roll high.
Okay, yeah, it sure did.
Oh, thank the gods.
Yes, just in time. It was delivered just before all hell broke loose.
That would have been really messed up if I got my package and you didn't.
Yes, it would have been.
Yes, you did receive that item.
Okay. Yeah, so pretty much I'll be like, going like, okay, so we still need to put in all, these pieces here. Which, by the way, I'll then. Did it get brought to me in engineering, or is it in my quarters?
It would have been brought to engineering.
Okay, I'm then going to open up and show the last component I got, which was like the hardest piece to get. And it's going to be like that moment in SpongeBob when they open the briefcase for that special spatula. It just glows, literally the box glows gold type reaction.
Yeah. Like
Here comes the flux capacitor.
Your angels sing when you open it.
It's like the end of Pulp Fiction when they open the briefcase.
Yeah,
pretty much. Just to show you, it's like, hey, this is what I was out there for, by the way. Partially, mainly.
I mean, which is impressive. I mean, it has to be somewhat impressed. That's pretty impressive. Even for A, that's pretty impressive. That's from Soot's point of view. Oh, okay. I guess you're not too bad.
Me as a player, no clue. Soot thinks it's great.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's just a flux capacitor, Goose.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are going to continue working on the leg.
Mm-hmm.
Katarina, you're in the med bay. The doctor's like, "Oh, you again? So soon? All right."
Looks like we got a third.
And the doctor nurse will come over and examine. It's like, oh, okay. Oof. Well, it went clear through the shoulder, so that's good. It didn't hit anything like too serious. It was a clean shot through. However, it did lodge into your wing. We're going to have to remove that surgically. And there's
Not the wing. Not the wing.
Yes, the wing.
No, not the wing. No.
Possibility that you will not necessarily.
Promise me you won't take the wing off.
No, we won't have to take the wing. No. You won't lose the wing.
Okay.
But it is possible that it will not work properly.
I mean,
ever?
Well,
they need to remove the round from the wing.
Correct. That's what we're going to do. We're going to remove the round, but it's close to the nerve fibers in the wing. That's a very tricky operation. It could leave you with a gimpy wing, basically. Not that rehabilitation couldn't fix it, but you'll probably always have a pain in it. It'll always be painful at times.
First come to shove, we can have Aiden so make you a new one.
No.
You know they would do that, bro.
Can I talk to the captain? I need to give him a report before we do this.
Yeah, but you don't want to wait too long, because if it works its way into the nerve fiber, I will not be able to save the wing.
Gath, can you call him down here?
Just remember, X-Men, Angel got stronger after he got his new wings.
That's exactly what I was thinking there, Goose. I was exactly thinking about Angel.
Oh, he got his wings while becoming stronger.
Yes. So, okay, so are you going to call the captain down to the med bay?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll actually, as soon as I make the call, I'll head up to the bridge to assist Captain Carrick.
Okay. So the call comes to the bridge to the captain, requesting that you join them in the med bay.
I'll be right down.
Okay. So on your way down, you will encounter Gaff on his way up.
And I'll just simply say to Gaff, take charge of the bridge while I'm down at Med Bay.
That's why I was heading up, sir.
Okay. So Gaff heads to the bridge. You go to med bay. You arrive in the med bay.
And
Lena there, sort of on a table or one of the beds.
I see this and I just go, not again.
I'm good, Captain. Don't worry. I'm good.
Good.
I took fire. I wasn't expecting it. Ground fire. But I found Talia, or she found me. She's okay. I tried to get her. I tried to get her to come with us, and she wouldn't. She said that's her life.
I mean, if this is where she wants to be, that's where she needs to be. So, but I appreciate the work that you did.
I feel like I messed up again.
Hey, you're safe. You're alive. You're here, and we are out of harm's way.
Yes, I have a message. Go ahead.
You did what you thought was best, and that's all I can ask for. So thank you.
I'm glad you're back, Captain.
I'm glad to be back.
I have a message for Soot, but it's going to have to wait till after Doc gets done with me.
Sounds good. I will leave y'all to it then. Yeah.
Cool. So do you go directly back to the bridge?
No, I'm gonna go down to engineering and check on the boys.
Okay. Oh God. So all right, so you're on your way back down to the rest. So the doctor comes and says, "Okay, it's time for us to." The nurse has already dressed your shoulder wound, so that's all good. So now they have to go. Now surgery has to happen. So they basically put you under. They put you out, and you go under the knife. So we'll come back to you in a moment. So, all right. So, down in engineering.
So now that me and Sid have had time to work on this, how much progress do you think we've had at this point?
You probably have it close. I mean, it's knowing that you guys know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You probably work pretty quick and easily together. So I'm going to say by the time enough time has passed that you probably have it near ready.
Perfect.
So as you're doing your final touches, or you're finishing whatever your finishing touches are, the captain will enter engineering, and you'll hear someone say "Captain" on the deck.
I can't speak for Sid, but A's going to keep fiddling with the leg. He doesn't even hear the captain on the deck.
And everybody except for you, obviously, but all the other people, like they come to and they see the captain. This is the first time they've seen the captain, so they are just elated. They're just, I mean, again, it's just like, oh, welcome back, Captain. It's good to have you back. We were worried, and we're so glad you're here. Good. We're here. We got your back. It's all this sort of praise happening.
I appreciate it. Everyone here all right? Everything looking good? And I'm saying this out to the room to everybody who's in engineering, not just to Nay.
Yeah, they'll say yes, sir. All systems are at nominal. We're nominal. We're right where we should be.
Good to know. Good work.
The engines are purring like a kitten.
Awesome. And then I'm gonna look around to see if I can spot and or A.
Well, you can see A for sure. I don't know where Soot's at. I don't know if he's up on the table or what, but you definitely see A.
If there's a table, 9 times out of 10, Soot's on it.
I figured as much, but I didn't want to just assume.
Especially with us fiddling with the leg, it makes sense too.
So you can see both of them kind of across the room with their backs towards you.
Okay. I am gonna walk up quietly behind them, and I'm gonna poke A with my cane.
Okay.
To get its attention.
Okay. So you feel this poke.
So from his time where A did grow up on the streets.
No.
He's immediately going to turn. He's not actually going to swing, but he had his hand up ready to.
Fair enough.
Because he was in hyperfixation. You know that jolt everyone does when they get out of the hyperfocus, I mean?
Oh, yeah.
That's him, but also with a fight response, not a flight.
Right. And Kenrick has his cane up in almost like a rapier stance in front of you. Like,
I just imagine how that works with all one leg.
I have good balance. I have a level 3 in Dex. I have good balance, I'm gonna say.
Good balance.
I was able to get up to the bridge pretty fast on one leg. Why not?
Fair. I'm just imagining it.
And as you walk around, Soot is going to be like head and shoulder inside the thigh of this leg, like working on the inside of it.
Love it.
Yeah, because when A turns, you can actually see what's on the table.
I see, like, before I'm keeping my eyes trained on you, A, on this, and then when I'm gonna pull up a chair next to y'all. I am purposely not trying to look at it because I don't want to look at it until it's done and you're ready to give it to me. Because I don't want to ruin the surprise for y'all. I'm not here to ruin your surprise. I'm here to check up on you.
Oh, you won't be able to see it. All the stuff that's like the features of it. You won't be able to see it at this point. They're all definitely hidden away still. Oh, yeah, I'm saying you're able to see the overall shape of it.
Right. Okay. So probably you guys have another hour and a half to go before you're finished with it.
Yeah, I'll say actually this would be good at least for a fit test.
Yep. So all right. So while that's happening, let's go back to midday. So the operation was a success. The doctor does say you will have stiffness in your wing for probably a few days. Try not to fly anywhere. Keep it relaxed. You do need to work it, so you need to flex it every day. Mm-hmm. Unfold it, fold it, unfold it, fold it, or retract. That sort of thing, so that you can that joint and that muscle in the wing can get stronger. He tells you that he doesn't think that there'll be any type of nerve damage. He thinks they did not hit. But again, like I said, you may always have a soreness there. It won't necessarily affect you, but I mean, it could affect you. But right now, that's all it is. So that's you as you sort of come out of your anesthesia. The doctor sort of says that to you. He's like, "All right, you need to stay here and you need to rest for a little bit, for at least a day." And then you can go to your quarters, and stay there. You'll be able to resume duty pretty much within about a day, but you need to rest for a whole day.
So, I'm ready for a nap.
Mm-hmm. Okay, roll an intelligence check for me real quick. A 1. The anesthesia. So you're sort of still groggy, but as you're sort of you're out of it now, but still kind of groggy. You're sort of like, the chief medical officer say, "Oh, while you were out, you had a visitor," and then he goes off to his office. And then if you look to your left on the table next to your bed, there is a small shot glass of whiskey sitting on the side of your bed.
Who?
Well, there's nobody in there with you. You're all by yourself.
No.
Yeah, they're all in the back offices.
Yeah. I'll wait for someone to come back out and ask who it was.
There's a note next to it.
Oh, let me read the note.
I say a note. It's really just it's really just 4 words on it. That's
Okay.
really so it's not really a note.
Let me try and focus on it.
Okay. So as you kind of focus on it, all the note says is you did good, kid. That's it.
I know who sent that. I don't know if I can drink it in my current state.
That's totally up to you.
You know what? Fuck it. She's gonna shoot it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this is like it's the good stuff. It kicks you in the teeth, and you just sit there, and then you just slowly just pass out.
Have that good sleep.
Yep. Okay, so back down to engineering. So it's been about an hour and a half, 2 hours, give or take. So you guys should have been able to finish your designs and construction.
Yep, and did like a little fit test too to make sure it actually would fit the stump before we finalized.
Right.
I just wonder how that went.
You could do a dexterity. He could do a dexterity roll to see if it was stable.
All right.
And if I recall, from when it's actually attached, it acts like automail from Full Metal, right? Where it's actually tied to the nerves.
Right.
All right.
So 3.
I mean, technically it's a 3.
So when he first put it on, it felt a little uncomfortable. So y'all had to do some tweaks to it.
Yeah.
So eventually you do get it to where it sits perfectly.
Yeah. I was like, well, time to put this bad boy on. And I'm literally going to put one arm over my shoulder and just start dragging him up to med bay.
Okay. So you guys, so do you go as well?
100%.
Okay. So the guys.
You're carrying the leg, right?
Huh?
He's like,
You're carrying the leg, right?
I figured you got all of it, and I'm just kind of like holding up the foot a little bit.
That's like,
I love it.
so I got Carrick over one arm. I got the leg in the other.
And Soot holding the foot up as you guys are walking down
Glad
the
to be
thing.
part of the team right now.
Yes. All right, so you guys get to the med bay. You open the door. The doctor is like, "What is this?"
It's his new leg.
Oh, okay. Here, put him on bed 6.
I'll just
Basically
plop him
across,
on there.
basically across from where Katerina is passed out. So okay, we put him up on the thing. The doctor says, "I'm assuming this is the leg." So he takes the leg and he goes to sterilize it, make sure that it's sterilized. He sterilizes. He takes the wrapping off of the appendage, and he goes, "Okay, so here we go." And he cleans off both interior and the leg, and they slip it on. So describe to us, how does it connect to the nerves? Like, what is its mechanism? Like, is it like grab on, or it's like
Yeah, it pretty much just grabs on. Imagine essentially like the wire ends like connecting to like just nerve clumps, essentially.
Oh, okay. So little. Yep. So it's probably a little painful.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So the
And if it's like,
doctor,
if it's like auto-
In other words,
Kedek is chugging on his flask right now.
I said, if it's like Automo from Full Metal, they typically sedate people before they put those type of prosthetics on.
yeah, that's what I was
They-
going to say. The doctor would have given you a nerve blocker at that point, so that it
Still.
wouldn't have. Yeah. Well, absolutely. So okay, so
Right.
it's
You're probably still feeling at least a tugging.
yeah, and it starts to like pull into you, sort of like you can feel it. You can't feel the pain of it, but you can feel it like basically like these tendrils going into you, connecting to the nerves. You could almost feel like your leg jump. It's like you have that sense of like almost like a muscle spasm in your leg.
Like a phantom pain.
Yeah.
Or phantom feeling.
Yeah, like a phantom feeling. Yeah.
It's like, oh, wrong nerve bundle.
As the sort of nerves are starting, or as the mechanism is starting to mesh with the nerves. So eventually, after about 20-25 minutes or so, the leg is set. So, okay. So now the doctor's like, oh, well. He's like, I would recommend probably using a cane until you get used to the leg. But I don't know much about this, so I'm Soot. Y'all want to tell him what all this does? What
All right, so what me and A came up with, or not me and A, wow, me and Soot. Yeah, me, myself, and I, apparently. There's one feature I want to leave Soot to tell.
Okay.
But there is a I'll make sure. Yeah, that's okay. Make sure I'm not running. So there's actually a python in it. So like literally, like let's say you're about to get knocked back by like a wind spell or something, the python can essentially help give you a boost to not get pushed back. Think of like an anchor. You also have a little bit of you also have a jet booster for additional jump. And a hidden holster. RoboCop style.
That's pretty badass.
That's
Now-
very badass.
The best feature, in me and Soot's opinion, Soot, take it away.
So, Soot's gonna come over like while you're sitting on the bed, and he's gonna kind of like fiddle with like your kneecap area a little bit. And he's gonna be like, "Hey, while I'm finishing this up, I got a joke for you." Knock knock.
Who's there?
Go Toto Cable.
Go Toto Cable who?
As soon as he says cable, his toe of his foot is gonna shoot straight up into the ceiling, and it's gonna like pull him up, and he's gonna like be dangling from the ceiling a little bit.
Okay.
Kedek is just gonna be like just hanging up there, and it's just gonna like. I don't
In case you're
know.
falling or anything, you have like an emergency stop.
Yeah, and to use the python and your jet booster, you do have to do the whole go, then that part too, by the way. The holster you don't have to say anything for, because, secret holster. As A is on his back laughing his ass off at this point too, saying that.
And
Just say
I look
release-
at you.
Just say release cable.
I kind of look down at like the floor below me to brace myself before saying release cable, so I could just catch, basically going for a superhero landing as I come back down. And I'm just gonna look at y'all as like, I didn't really appreciate how you taught me that, but good work, guys. I think this is gonna be very useful coming up.
And A's going to get up now as he's finally done busting a gut. And he's going to get very serious as he looks at you now and goes, "This is probably one of the best things I have ever built. I swear to any god that is listening, if there is one bolt out of place, there will be no sedative for the repairs. Like he's like A is going full Winry Rock Bell about if you break this thing.
Okay.
I'm like, sure, I'll do my best, but you've seen what we've been up against. Like, not gonna make any promises. I'm gonna make sure it's not my fault if it breaks, but I can't make any promises that it won't break.
Oh yeah, no, A's going to say like certain things that are 100% outside control, but like other stuff is what he's mainly referring to.
Oh, yeah. He goes, and he completely understands. Like, yeah, I get it. Thanks, though.
Soot's gonna tap the kneecap. Don't worry though, we made this thing damn near indestructible.
I hope so. And I'm like moving it around, kind of like and I'm just thinking of, it's gonna really hurt the next person I roundhouse.
Oh, I need to watch that.
Like he's ready to take this out on a spin on somebody. Like this whole experience just got him into this whole like, oh, I'm ready for this. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put this to the test. You know it next time.
Because Carrick's all about the roundhouses.
If he wasn't, I haven't been able to fight. Like I have not actually fought yet.
You haven't. You're right.
No, but I think like being the fact that he apparently does so much fucking dancing, he probably does like kind of capoeira stuff for his fighting.
Fair. And I mean, this leg will give you mobility again. So.
Oh yeah. I'm excited.
Yay.
I'm still gonna use that cane as a weapon, though. Trust.
So which leg did he lose again?
The right leg. Go gadget.
Well, then we'll have to replace his left arm so he can be the opposite of Alphonse.
Please, no more losing limbs. I'm okay with just losing my leg.
Yeah, no, also, that's Ed. Alphonse was in the armor.
And if I'm going to lose my arm too, I better get some cool fucking alchemist powers.
Fair. But yeah. So I guess,
Sorry, I met the brother. I forget his name.
Okay.
Elric. Elric.
So it's losing limbs, that's up to you guys. So, I mean...
Yeah,
but just so you all know, this is how serious this is.
This is totally you, Will.
No, I'm cool with it. Like I, you know me, I was up for anything, and this was like, so this is how it's gonna go. Okay then.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Katarina was this close to losing a wing.
I know.
No, they would have got another one.
Well, yes, but her actual one. It's like she was this close. One more number to one way or the other, and it would have made a whole big difference. So, all right. So Captain Kerrick now has his new leg in place. So he has his sort of free range of mobility. He can do his thing, and the WindRider is on its way to its previous destination.
And then, sorry, before I forget, another thing that A will say to Carrick is like, that was the reason I was off the ship, by the way, was getting the pieces for this.
Yeah, speaking of which, I still haven't forgotten about our talk we're going to have later.
Oh, I know, but again, remember the leg now. That's all I'm saying.
Remember the leg. Yeah, got you a new leg.
Yeah, yeah, and depending on what you say, you'll see how far it can go up your ass if you say the wrong thing.
Go gadget toe, apparently. I'll put this toe so far up your ass.
Go gadget colonoscopy?
Seriously. So all right, so
prostate exam.
exactly. So as the WindRider is on its way to its destination, the sort of life on the ship returns to kind of normal. Crew routines are back to kind of getting back to normal. Rotations are happening again. People are back in their stations. As the sun begins to set, Kedrick is in his study, while Katarina's on the bridge, or I'm sorry, in the med bay recovering. Soot and A are in engineering. Gath is back down in the mechanics bay, and the ship kind of is back to normal, quote unquote, as normal as it can be. Lieutenant Varys has the con, so she's keeping the ship steady. As Kedrick, you're in your study at this point, which is just off the bridge, sort of like his ready room.
Bridge adjacent, as we're calling it.
She's bridge adjacent. As you're sort of sitting there, what does Kedrick do when he's in his sort of study in his ready room type of room? When he's just sort of there and he's sort of with himself.
So Kedrick is. What does he do? What do I do when I'm on my own? So Kedrick is. Besides, he's also just in general keeping a diary of some sort of everything going on. He hasn't been back up here, so he has a lot to write about. And
Captain,
when he's not
blah 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 blah.
Oh yeah. When he's not really doing much in terms of reports or anything like that, he is usually relaxing in a hammock in his quarters, just keeping to himself, just trying to not in a homesick way, but think about home and think about life back. He probably has like some kind of clear star sky video playing on the ceiling to look up at.
You also have like windows. You can see outside.
Oh yeah, but he probably at this point in time, I think he's probably if it's still daylight out, he's probably closed all the window and put
no, it's nighttime at this point. It is
nighttime.
Yeah, y'all have sailed into the night.
How clear are the skies?
At this point where you are, there are clear spots. I mean, there aren't. For the most part, it's usually very cloudy, but the clouds are a little thin this evening, so you can actually see the stars. Every once in a while, you can see the mother planet too.
Mm-hmm. So I think right now, then all the windows are open. If our shades are open, if there's like a ceiling shade that's also open, just looking up at the stars, kind of like how he did on the train when he first was arriving, and is just taking some time to himself after all this chaos. Time to breathe for once. Okay. So yeah.
All right. So while you're there and you're sort of in your hammock and sort of looking at the stars and all that, as you're laying there, you suddenly see a hand come from around holding a glass, offering you a glass. What looks like a glass of whiskey. So as you take the glass, you will around from the side and sitting in a chair quietly, doesn't say a word, is Commander Nemitz. And it's just you, him, 2 glasses and a bottle.
Yeah. I kind of go, sorry about that. Gustav still owed me a drink. Thought you were him for a moment, but thanks.
And he just goes, and he's completely silent as the two of you just sit, look out at the stars, share a bottle, and that's where we'll end the session tonight.
Oh, I love that.
I made a friend. He's travel bonding.
Well, hold
He
on.
said
Remember,
you did.
I say, remember when he made friends with the other captain on this ship?
Do not put that bad juju out there. I
He told me
swear,
you
A.
did good, kid.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That
So
was
yeah.
his fault.
So all right. So that's where we're going to end it tonight. Let's go. We're going to go around. I'm going to do a random one. Tell us who you are, who you played, what is something your character is looking forward to when you get to your new destination, your current destination, which was your original destination. So we're going to start with Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. We're going to start with Gath.
Hi, everybody. I am Old Worm Slayer. I have been playing Gath Alfredi tonight, and I'm looking forward to doing a full systems check, make sure everything was repaired properly with the proper experts available, and then get
Okay. All right. Is that it? Sorry, I didn't know if he dropped out or not. Okay, well, that's
pretty
fine. If
much.
not, well, okay. All right. So Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. Katarina.
Hey, I'm Lisa. I play D&D Winterwolf on TikTok and Discord. I play Katarina, the resting now, finally, security chief. You can find me every Monday night here on Halfling Wizards channel for either WindRiders of Aria or Origins, which is an Orlea story. We'll be back on the 28th with Origins and back on the 4th with WindRiders to see where we get off to next. Every other Wednesday, you can find me here on Halfling Wizards channel for the Liminal Blink, although we are not playing on the 23rd. We'll be back with that on the 6th of November. And every other Friday in Celtic Wyvern King's Stargate campaign. And we will be back on this coming Friday. If you haven't checked that out, please do. It's so much fun. Katarina is going to rehab her wing like crazy because when she gets to land again, she wants to fly. She wants to check it out. So she's gonna work the rehab hard.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. Goose, or Soot, rather.
Hey guys, I am
Catch
Goose.
Goose by a toe.
I've been playing Soot. You can find me here playing with these guys every other Monday. And then you can find me playing with Riku, Kel, and Wormslayer every other Thursday, playing in Reign of Vecna. You can find me in the Surge Discord and the Halfling Wizard Discord. Soot is excited to see what kind of scraps the new place is going to have, and like what he can like just kind of like dive and immerse himself into. And he's excited to start looking into maybe some, now that he's got some experience with the leg, potentially some weapon fabrication.
Okay. That's fair. That makes sense. That makes total sense to him.
And I know you want Lieutenant Adder's help for that.
Good old Adder. Cool. All right.
Maybe the security chief. Maybe.
Kedek.
But
Oh.
you know those two want to make bombs eventually.
Probably. I can see that. All right. Kedek.
Hello, I'm
Get written on
Riku.
Goose's face.
Yes.
Hello. Well, I'm Riku. I was playing Kedek tonight. Now no longer legless and ready to go. You can find me on social media as Pup Riku or Puppy Riku. You can also find me on Halfling Wizard. On Five Star Productions in Gaia Chronicles on opposite Mondays to this, where I play a Drolora, a giant time mage. You can find me every other Saturday here on Halfling Wizard playing in Queers, where we just had our session zeros. I cannot wait. I am going to be playing a freedom-loving pirates. And our team is pretty much the queer Sailor Scouts, which is going to be absolutely awesome. So I can't.
Would you praise me in the Miss Midnight of the group?
Yes. And finally, every other Thursday, you can find me here dungeon mastering for Rise of Vecna alongside with Kel, Slayer, and Goose all playing in it. They have just joined the Silent Axes and are ready to take on their first mission, where all they know is how do they feel about methods. As for just wait.
And how much we despise Vecna.
Yeah, that too. I actually have a poll going in the Discord of how many methods are they actually going to kill. That should give you a clue on how crazy this fight's gonna be. Anyway, as for where Kedek's mindset is right now, I think he's just excited to move on from this to get on to the next thing and start really making a difference in what he's doing. So he's ready. He's ready to lead again and do what he needs to.
All right, cool. And last but not least, A.
What's up, y'all? Again, I am Kel, also known as the Celtic Wyvern King. You can find me here every Monday for either WindRider or Aria, where I got to play A, the Troublemaker, who can provide miracles in the form of weaponized legs, or limbs, I should say. We'll see how many more limbs we lose throughout this campaign, because it's bound to happen. Especially with my dice rolls.
Yeah.
Hey, this is gonna be anyone else.
Doesn't lose a limb. Watch.
That would be funny as hell. You can find me on the opposite Mondays for Orlando Origins from like Kieran, the ASMR Bard, where we is some trouble. Then every other Wednesday, including this Wednesday, you can find me on my channel running a God's Challenge, a Theros homebrew campaign I'm doing using D&D 5e 2014 rules. I got to specify that now with 2024. Oh yeah. Which you can ask Chris. I came up with some janky stuff for the future. I sent him a edited version of a monster.
Oh yeah.
Very cool.
It's not. At least it's supposed to help them. It's not meant to be that painful.
That painful.
I can't say anymore. Anyway, but once one of my players is free from their other game, I will be starting my Surge campaign. Hopefully that'll be soon, but more likely it won't be until the beginning of the new year. But I do have everything set up for that at least. Now we're on the opposite of Theros. Every other Thursday, as Riku said, you can find me back here on Halfling Wizard Productions for Reign of Vecna, where I play Meek, the Reborn Goliath Redemption Paladin. Try saying that 5 times fucking fast.
Yep.
And then every other Friday, including this Friday, you can find me running my Stargate 5e campaign, as Lisa mentioned, where they're about to give a mission briefing about the planet they were on that had a lake plus-sized gator. And trying to see how many of them lied through their teeth on who actually killed the gator. Actually, I should probably put a poll up to see who on that part. But we need more people on my server for that too. I'm just like how you forget to mention some things, I forget to mention some things. Okay.
I know, I do it all the time.
On the opposite Fridays, you can find me on Dinner and Game, though, for a Walking Dead campaign, Jazz Funeral. We're about to finish season 1 of that. We didn't have a session this most recent Friday, the one past, because we had a player celebrating my birthday, which is fair, because real life comes first, especially birthday parties. I mean, come on.
That's fair. Cake.
And yeah, just keep an eye on my stuff, because I do have my new merch shop up and running. I just got to make sure I mention that more often. I keep forgetting that.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I know, that's why I mentioned it as your reminder, too.
Yeah. I always forget. All right.
I also forgot. Speaking of merch, go buy a hat.
Yes. Go buy a Surge hat. They're pretty cool. I haven't gotten one yet, but
yes, I need to get one too. Also, I definitely want to put it out there. I want a WindRider's flask now, so bad. I am going to make one myself.
That's cool.
Yeah, because I look, sadly, Fourth Wall doesn't have flasks. They have rocks glasses, but no flasks.
They don't have flasks. I know. That was one of the first things I looked for.
I'm probably just gonna go on Yeti and get one of their flasks and do it.
Fair enough. Okay. All right, and of course, I am Will, our Halfling Wizard, the Chaos Facilitator for this awesome group, and the founder of the Halfling Wizard Productions here at Twitch. Speaking of, if you're not giving us a follow, give us a follow. We like new people. We like lots of new people. We want to make friends. You can find all of our links here on Twitch on our main page down below under links. That takes you to our Discord. That takes you to our merch store. That takes you to YouTube, where you can find all the past episodes except for episode 19, the Phantom episode of Origins. But you can find all the other ones there. So head on over to YouTube, give us a subscribe, so we can kind of grow our YouTube channel. And again, our Discord, you can join our Discord and do some really cool stuff with us. We love like I said, new people. If you've always wanted to give DMing a try, we have our Codex Chaoticum, which is a sort of platform for anyone to come in. You can run whatever TTRPG you want to run. It doesn't have to be D&D. It could be something completely different. So gives people an opportunity to do that, and we will live stream them, and that's where we just finished. Yeah, we just finished the roguelite one. That was our most recent short shot. That was DM'd by Riku. But yeah, so come over and give us a follow. We have a Patreon. Go check out our Patreon. We've got a lot of exclusive stuff on the Patreon, like the Session 0 of the Reign of Vecna. You can only see Session 0 on our Patreon. So join our Patreon and go check it out. A lot of our homebrew items that are especially from Aria and WindRiders and Origins, you can find a lot of those on there as well. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, the merch store. We do have a merch store. We've got quite a bit of merch in our merch store. Some of it is show specific. Some of it is channel specific. I think right now, again, the most popular one right now is the Murder Hobos 24, Building a Better Future Out of Corpses. And then the follow-up to that is Dragon Daddy Says Hey hoodies. Hey, look at that. We have, we're going to be doing a cool raid here in just a moment. So make sure you hang out with us and go with us. But until we see you next time, which for me will be next Monday, for these other guys, it'll be throughout the week. But until then, we hope that you have a wonderful night. And keep rolling those dice, because clickety-clack, my friends. Peace out, everybody.
Thanks for joining us for this Halfling Wizard production. Make sure to come back again soon to see what happens next. Right here, where adventure comes to life.